Hi everybody, this is Crypto Rich, working with you to get rich with crypto, filling our pockets with crypto profits. And it looks like we are coming into the early stages of altcoin season. And what does that mean? With potentially, it could mean really, really big returns. But how do you know, how can you tell which altcoins to go in? Which ones are likely to give you good returns? We're going to be finding out because I've got Ian Bellina, who's used AI and all kinds of magical wizardry and technical know-how to create Tokenmetrics, which will support you in making informed choices with regards to cryptocurrencies that you choose to back, and in particular altcoins. Now, before I introduce him, please follow me on Twitter, CryptoRichYT, join my Telegram group, all the links in the description below. And if you're watching this on YouTube, come over to my BitTube channel, because I post my videos on BitTube first, and then I post them on YouTube a day or so later, sometimes several days later. And this is because of YouTube's shadow banning of cryptocurrency YouTubers and other alternative perspectives.
Experts predict in 7 years, 10% of the world's economy will be in crypto-based assets. Tokenmetrics uses AI to find invisible patterns in data to help you invest and trade in crypto. We give you AI and access to crypto experts at the best price.
Hey Ian, thank you so much for making yourself available. Really appreciate it.
I mean, it's great to be back on. It's a pleasure.
Yes, you have been on before. You have been on before, and I've been following and watching what you've been doing with Tokenmetrics, which I think is really great, and I appreciate the emails and looking inside and the analysis. I do want to say that to people, go follow Ian on his channel, and I'll have that linked in the description below, and go join his Telegram group as well, and follow him on Twitter as well. All right. So Ian, do you want to say a little bit about, let me share my screen, about Tokenmetrics, what it is, how it works?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so here we go. Here's the main page of Tokenmetrics we're going into in a moment. So what is Tokenmetrics?
So Tokenmetrics is a cryptocurrency investment research platform that brings together analysts, professional analysts, and machine learning to help investors find winning investments and trades. So at a high level, it gives you the power of professionals and AI without having to be a developer or an expert. So it's making cryptocurrency accessible to anybody who wants to invest in crypto. So we help you find winning trades and investments. And right now, as you see here on the screen, we just launched our AI cryptocurrency indices.
Sorry, Ian, hold on a second. I've just changed the screen, right? But just to pick up, so you're using AI, artificial intelligence, and all sorts of I don't know, algorithms and indicators to track movements, technical, and then you have a team of people to do fundamental analysis as well.
Yes, correct.
Great. And you've just launched this Tokenmetrics indices. So talk us through that, please.
Yeah, so we're taking all the cryptocurrency ratings we have that our team has gone through based on the fundamentals, technology, technical analysis, the price predictions as well, all those different ratings that are basically infused through human plus the artificial intelligence. And we're now making them accessible to everybody and building model portfolios, basically example portfolios based on the ratings we have. Because one of the most popular questions we had was, okay, X, Y, and Z cryptocurrency have this type of rating. How do I use this information to invest? So with our indices, we're creating sample indexes based on the different investors type, their time horizon, their style, and creating portfolios based off of that. So for example, if you want a portfolio based purely on the AI price predictions, we have that. If you want a portfolio based purely on technical analysis, we have that. If you want a portfolio based purely on technology and code, or based purely on fundamental analysis of the best cryptocurrencies, we have that. Or if you want something that's a balanced approach across all three, we have that as well. So being able to, so if you just go down on the screen, we're giving people model portfolios that they can track and see how well they perform. And it also keeps us honest, because now our ratings are being tracked and people can see exactly how much money each index makes. So we think this is a game changer.
Okay, let me just stop you there, ask a few questions, right? So just to be clear, this is not any fund or anything, right? You're not creating funds. You're saying this group of cryptocurrencies we think are going to perform this way if you're interested in investing that way, and then people can pick and choose how they want to do this. Okay.
Yes, so basically we take those ratings and we build a portfolio out of those ratings.
Okay, all right, so let's have a look on a daily time. So if I'm a trader, which I'm not, by the way, I do track prices, but I don't really trade. And okay, put in trader, daily horizon, because I want quick returns, submit.
Yes, so that then goes through, does our calculations in the back end, and shows you the portfolio that we would have to fit that style.
Right, is this
Right.
ready already?
Yes, yeah. So just go down. It should be ready.
Okay, so that's now loaded. I had an issue with my Brave browser with the shields being up, but that's worked out on my Mac. So tell me, what does this mean?
Yeah, so it's taking those inputs you put in, right? So the trader, weekly, technical analysis portfolio.
Yep.
And it's basically built your portfolio based on those ratings. So then if you go on the left, it also shows you all the other trader indices plus their ROI, right? Their return on investment. So this has been active for about 3 months. So as you see here, the trader weekly technical, trader technical analysis weekly has an ROI of 79%. But you also see the best gainer so far has been the price prediction monthly index. And so maybe if you want more risk for more reward, maybe that's the one you try out, right? So, but if your investment style is to rebalance or make trades only once a week, as opposed to once a month, maybe you want to have more transactions, just kind of have more active portfolio management, then what I would suggest, the trader weighted weekly has an ROI of 111% thus far. So that one is actually more, is better at the moment. But either way, this gives you very fast time to value, because as opposed to having to go through our platform and search through different coins and can just kind of see what works, we're doing all the work for you. And we're also creating an allocation based on the grade of each coin in the portfolio, right? So in this case, this is based on the TA grades. So for example, right now, our models in the last week or so have been bullish on Chainlink, which has been a winner. They're also bullish here on Ethereum, Ontology, Neo, Augur, Qtum, Zcash, Tether as well. So maybe it's kind of hedging and having, right? So this kind of gives you a very quick time to value in terms of how to allocate a portfolio. And in this case, for trading once a week.
Okay, so this might be like, for example, if I had $1,000, I would put. And now we have trouble with my mathematics, right?
No worries. So actually, just go down. We also break it down for you based on the allocation amount. So here we basically graph the portfolio versus Bitcoin. Then down here, we have the actual holdings and the cash value.
Okay, so on this chart?
Go down onto the chart.
Yep.
Yes, right there. Right. So this index, this index began with a cash value of 10,000 initially. And it was allocated based on the different grades we have. So go down slightly to have the full table.
Right, 17,000.
Right. Yeah, so now it's up to 17,000, and it basically shows you the holdings of the portfolio and the dollar amount as well, and the allocation as well.
Oh, right? Wow. Okay, so let me get this, right? So on the 13th of July, you created this portfolio, put in $10,000.
No, I'm sorry. So this has been around since for about 2 to 3 months. So,
okay.
So in about 2 to 3 months, it's taken 10 grand and turned it to 17,000, and it basically shows you these are the current holdings since the last rebalancing. Yeah. And if you go down to the bottom, it shows you a log of the last past transactions. Right. So prior to that, this is what it did on the 6th of July. Right. So as you see here, it sold TwinDX, it sold Engine, it sold BitTorrent, IOST, it bought it's sold some Zcash, right? So it basically shows you the trades it's making as they happen. So that way it gives you a very good guide in terms of how it would trade this portfolio for that particular style of trading.
Right, okay. And then if I chose another, if I went up to the top, I could select another. So let's have a look at this one. Monthly, and was it monthly trader? Was it, which one?
The best one was price prediction.
Price predictions.
Yeah, price
what's
prediction.
the difference between technical analysis and price predictions?
Good question. So technical analysis is looking purely at the indicators we have based on TA. So on our regular ratings page for each token, we go through based on different indicators such as Ichimoku, such as RSI, and other kinds of indicators traders will use. And based on the AI, we create ratings for coins that are very bullish all the way to coins that are very bearish on. Now, however, the price prediction, that looks only at the price history and the chart, and using our machine learning, it tries to predict the next 30 days or next 1 week what cryptocurrencies are predicted to have the highest amount of gain. So this is not looking at any kind of technical indicators. It's looking purely just at pricing data, and it tries to predict where a particular coin is going. Then we take the top 10 highest predictions, and we create a portfolio based off of that in this index.
Okay. And then one thing to I should have mentioned this earlier, and I may say this again, right, for people to bear in mind, there's no guarantees here.
Yeah.
There's no guarantees, right?
Yeah, no guarantees, not financial investment advice. This is just us just kind of giving example portfolios. But at the end of the day, you have to be an adult and do your own research and come to your own conclusions, right?
Yep.
Whether or not you choose to follow this is up to you, right? But we're basically giving people the tools for different kinds of investment and trading styles, right? Whether you're a fundamental investor who wants to hodl for years, or if you're a day trader who wants to day trade. We're just taking our ratings and building sample portfolios that people can use as a guide.
Right. Okay. And then if somebody does choose to follow this, it's really up to them. You know, whether they allocate $1,000 or $10,000 or $100, and also it's really up to them. They say, okay, I'm not going to go for this one. I'll just go for a couple of them from here.
Yes, right. So what some people are doing the same. Maybe I'm only going to trade coins or invest in coins where I have an exchange account, right? Because obviously, the portfolio might have different assets across several exchanges, and that might be tedious to just have different assets on different exchanges. And then we also do go through and filter out coins that are illiquid. Currently, we only show cryptocurrencies with trading volumes daily of over $500,000. So maybe somebody has different assets that have a lot less than that they want to put in the portfolio, right? But this is really just kind of a guide and a good place to start.
Right. Okay. So let's have a look at this one, right? So on the 15th of July, you did rebalancing here with a predicted growth of 35.92%. The initial price was 0.01 cents per token or coin. I don't know, Elrond. Right?
So yeah, that was the initial price when the index began.
Right.
Right. So the initial price when this got into Elrond.
How much is Elrond now?
I believe Elrond is, last time I checked, about 4 cents, I believe. I mean, Elrond has basically been on a tear. They've had lots of updates, right? But the cool thing is, without having to really know what these products are doing in terms of news and milestones, if you're a trader, because price prediction is only available under Trader, it kind of is able to spot that out, that this coin is trending and has a high predicted growth rate in the next month or so, without having to keep tabs on what's happening in the crypto space. Right. So, for example, Chainlink has been, I mean, it's now entered the top 10 market cap, and this has been in our index. So anybody who was basically following this would have some exposure to Chainlink and its growth in the last 1 month or so.
Right. Okay. Now that can be really useful, because I've had times where I've put money in a particular project, and then got busy with other projects or other stuff and not tracked it, and then there's nothing happening, or it's gone the wrong way. Because I can't keep up sometimes. There's too much. But with these, if I was like, okay, I'm just going to choose, I don't know, the top 3 or the top 5 or whatever, and then I can keep checking in once a month, because your AI and your experts, AI, artificial intelligence, and HI, human intelligence, they kind of work it out between them, which way to go.
Yeah, right. And this is basically phase 2 of the platform. So phase 1 was us building the analytics platform. Phase 2 is building the indices. And now phase 3, which is something we would hope to have ready probably at least maybe by sometime next year, is the robo-advisor. So being able to now actively invest or trade in our indices and put everything on autopilot, right? So this is probably the next most requested feature amongst our customers. And it's something we're definitely trying to build in the future, because we think this will really make everything more accessible and help take cryptocurrency mainstream.
Sure. So what do you mean everything autopilot? Because
Yeah, so kind of like in your 401k, or I'm not sure what they have in the UK, maybe like a pension fund, right? But basically, somebody could dollar cost average and say, okay, they hook up their account to Tokenmetrics every month. It basically just puts money into an index, whatever index they have, whether it's one index, whether it's a basket of indexes, right? And we handle the investing for people, right, based on our ratings. So people can pretty much push button investing. Right?
Okay.
Kind of like with the 401k or mutual fund, where they handle the asset selection and transactions of buying and having to sell.
Okay, so in this instance, so when that gets set up, I would say, here's $1,000 of mine, and then you would put it into a fund.
basically, right? Not quite a hedge fund per se, but basically, yeah, basically in an
You would
index.
one of your index tracked funds. And when is that likely to
I mean, right
come
now
out?
it's very early stage. Right now, we're just kind of in the research process of trying to see how best to do that. Whether it's something that we would have to build directly on our platform, or whether it's something we can even tokenize and turn into some form of decentralized protocol. Right. So right now we're still in the early phases of that.
Right. Okay. So a long way off. Okay. Very
Yeah.
good. Very good. But I can get the value of that. Right. Okay. Now, one of this, I've not used these at all.
Mhm.
But I could look at this, say, Elron, 35.92% initial price, 0.01%. I've missed the boat. It's 4 cents now. It's too late.
Yeah. Well, I mean that's a fair question, but I mean the thing is with indices, it basically we try to model modern portfolio theory, and the whole point is you want to have a diversified basket of assets, in this case cryptocurrencies, and you aren't really trying to time it per se, but in this case, if you focus purely on price prediction, right? We think even though one cryptocurrency might have peaked, there's it's still hard to know when the peak is, right? It's hard to
Right.
know where the top is, right? And right now we think at least with this portfolio here, this has been the best performing one. So until it starts underperforming, we would still basically trust it, right? And the good thing is you aren't putting all your eggs into one basket. You're putting it across 10 different cryptocurrencies. So even if one does go down, that the hope is that the others will basically still perform well, right?
Okay.
Because one of the challenges was back in 2017, for those who know me from my spreadsheet, uh, lots of people would join crypto and go through either my spreadsheet or other people's research or whatever, and put most of their eggs into one basket. And that's where most people really lost money. So with this index, in a way, it's a form of helping people with risk management and showing them you really have to diversify across several cryptocurrencies, because that's where you really protect yourself long term, or even as a trader as well.
Okay. Okay. Right. All right. Thank you. And then the 35.92%, that's the growth that's predicted for the next month from this date. Is that right?
So that's a predicted growth, and in the last, yeah, in basically the next 30 days or so,
Okay. For the next
right?
30 days. So then around about the 15th of July, August, maybe a couple of days earlier, it'll get rebalanced. Is that right?
Yes, yeah. So this is monthly, so this does kind of take longer. So this happens basically once a month, right? So yeah, so basically around August 15th or so, this will be rebalanced again.
Right.
Right. So
Okay.
so because it's kind of a wider trade of time frame, typically there are dips, right? Basically kind of highs and lows. But overall, based on the AI models, this is a portfolio our models would be most comfortable with in terms of trading for the next 1 month.
Okay. And then if I wanted to know which exchanges this was on and this was on, could I find out from within Tokenmetrics?
That's something we're still actively working on. So if you click on each coin, it does take you to a page where it does show what exchanges it does list, but we only list reputable exchanges. We don't list all the different smaller exchanges. So that's something we definitely do have to add. But I mean, they're also just kind of checking Google or CoinMarketCap and just kind of saying what platforms would have it at. Right? I think it might be under fundamentals.
Mhm.
But yeah,
Okay.
I mean, that's definitely something that our team
Listed
plans
on
to add.
Binance.
BINANCE, okay, yeah.
Right. Okay. Okay. This would be very interesting. What I like about it is the set and forget. For 1 month, I can pick a particular day, say the 15th of each month, and do it myself or whatever, and then to forget about it until the 15th of the next month. Okay. And what's this? This price calendar?
That's kind of just showing what dates, so days and months that there've been big uh, pumps on that coin, right? So basically, the green days are where so it's gone as high as about 34% in 1 day,
Hmm.
and then on the bad days, it's gone as low as dropping 46%.
Oh
Right?
wow.
All right, so that kind of shows you how it's been performing. So as we see here, in the last month or so, it's had more green days overall
Yeah.
than I would say the red. So it's definitely been trending up.
Okay. All right. Now, if I've got an affiliate link in the description below, if people want to join, they get 14 days free where they can test it out.
Yeah, so 14 days plus 10% off lifetime
Oh,
with your code.
14
Right?
days plus 10% off for the
lifetime discount.
lifetime
Now,
discount.
yes. Now the free trial will be ending soon. That promotion will be ending soon, probably by the end of this month. So if anybody wants to sign up, I would highly encourage them to do it now, because after now launching this, we'll be making a change where it will be a paid discounted trial going forward.
Right. Okay. And then also, once people register, they also get their own affiliate code if they want to pass it on to their friends and family and stuff.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Now, anything else you want to let us know about that? Actually, while we're here, just overall grading. Okay, so let me see if I can work this out right. So the technology, according to your Tokenmetrics assessments, this is 72.83. Technical analysis 71.87. Oh no, the overall grade is 72.83. That's the technical analysis, and those are fundamentals. So it's pretty good.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, this project is decent.
Right. And is it you're going through all the projects on CoinMarketCap downwards?
Yes. Right. So we go through. We have pretty much most of the top 100 on CoinMarketCap, and now it is a constant revolving door. So you always have new coins pop into the top 100, but in general, we have the top 100. Then we have probably most of the top 200. Now, obviously, new coins also do enter, and then we're also adding some IEOs, some DeFi tokens, especially now. So recently, we've added Curve token, we've added the Riverdex, we've added BZX, we've added a bunch of other DeFi tokens. So our team has really been trying to kind of keep up with DeFi, and DeFi has definitely been the buzz as of late. But in general, yeah, the idea is we go through, we have a team, and we add different tokens. We're probably adding anywhere between, I would say, 5 to 10 a week. And this is doing pretty in-depth research. So the fundamentals, the technology does take slightly longer, but because we do have to go through the code and then basically go through everything on GitHub and just kind of see whether or not it's good code versus other past projects our team has looked at. So then the TA is automated. That part kind of takes the pricing data, and we run our indicator and models, and that kind of gives that a score so people can know how to trade that as well.
Right. Okay. All right. Very good. Because there are projects that I don't think you've assessed yet that I think are really, really good, and I suppose in due course you'll get through to them eventually, and it'll take something to do all of that, because there's always more, right? Now, just what is your long-term prognosis for the altcoin market over the next few months, next year or so?
Well, I mean, long term, we've always been bullish on altcoins. I mean, even in the bear market, when everybody thought altcoins were dead, we knew they would bounce back. We knew this was just a phase, because our thesis is this: what's the likelihood that Bitcoin is the only cryptocurrency around 10 years from now, right? I mean, to me, that's highly improbable, because, I mean, that's basically saying you're bullish on crypto, because all these dApps, everything is happening. To think that one cryptocurrency will solve an infinite number of use cases is ludicrous to me, right? It's kind of like saying humans are the only species in the galaxy. I mean, it's like saying you don't believe in aliens. I mean, maybe you don't, but I mean, to say that it will never happen is highly improbable, because the galaxy and the universe is huge.
Yeah.
And even I think of myself as somebody who's very rational, but even I myself, somebody who believes in just like science, I still think that there is a probability that we're not the only ones around here, right, in this galaxy. And I think, I mean, in this entire world. And I think the same thing with cryptocurrencies. I think people are doing so many great things in the blockchain and crypto space that to say that Bitcoin will solve everything is not probable.
Yes, no, absolutely. And then I think also there's human beings' creativity, and there are things that other projects can do, other cryptocurrencies can do, that Bitcoin's just not going to be able to do. It just can't do it. Like, for example, privacy coins. Yeah. Privacy coins. Bitcoin can't do that. And I do need to mention to you Pirate Chain. Way more private than any of those that you covered, okay?
Right. And the thing is, even if Bitcoin does add privacy in the future, privacy won't be its biggest selling point. Because, I mean, that's why in any market, right? This is just business and marketing 101. In any market, you always have other niches as well, right? Because if Bitcoin dominates being a store of value, it can't dominate privacy as well. Because if it dominates privacy, some regulators may not like Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Right. So that's why you kind of have different things. It's kind of like trying to be David and Goliath at the same time. It's hard to do, right? One of the examples could be If somebody wants to, it's like saying if somebody wants to dominate luxury real estate, that leaves a gap for somebody to dominate affordable housing, right? If somebody wants to dominate being a luxury car, that leaves a gap in the market for somebody to dominate being an affordable car, right?
Yeah.
So there's so many different ways that I think it just makes sense.
Yep. Ian, listen, thank you so much. I could talk to you for hours and I might afterwards, right? But I wanted to keep this about the indices. Is there anything else you want to let us know about the indices before we finish up?
Well, I mean, so we have some videos on them. So this weekend we had a 2-hour live stream, basically kind of doing a deep dive on the indices and also just kind of doing technical analysis, price prediction, AMA. And we have a live stream every Sunday, 6 p.m. Eastern time, American time here. That's basically New York time for those who are overseas. Yeah, so definitely subscribe to our channel. We have lots of tokenmetrics analysis and showing people how we ourselves would use the platform and how other people are also using the platform to make money.
Yes, absolutely. And the videos that you do, I found them really, really useful and informative, and I'll have all the links in the description below. Go check it out. Use my affiliate link, and then you got 2 weeks free trial to check it out, and you get a 10% discount with that. And investigate and explore, do your own due diligence. And between now and when I see you next, please keep filling your pockets with crypto profits. This is Crypto Rich and Crypto Ian signing out. All the best. Bye-bye.
You can make anywhere from 1% to 1,000% return depending on the difficulty of the game. Bet First makes things interesting by allowing you to make a living just by playing your favorite games.